So it was March 2020 when we were all wondering what is happening and how long and how do we respond. And I was finding myself wanting to connect with God and having a really
Mm,
hard time doing it
hmm
personally. And I thought, I wonder if in all this chaos, other people are having a hard time connecting with God. And so many of our usual ways of being with God and being with others were not there anymore.
mm,
And so I thought, well, let's just try this experiment. Let's see if we can take a few hours and invite people to come on Zoom, have a spiritual practices guide for them that they can
hmm
print out, and then come back together and meet together and talk with how God met us on our silent retreat through the guide. So it
mm.
was a simple combination of Zoom, solitude and silence, away from Zoom, and then back on Zoom with others to share and to
Yeah.
talk. And so that started. I don't know if we did one or two in March of 2020, but ever since then, we've done at least two a month, and people come and they connect with
Mm.
God, they connect with others, and it's been this surprising space of connection and belonging. And it
Yeah.
started out as a space of need, of wondering, does anybody else need like a
Mm.
framework to connect with God, a way to connect
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
God, and others to talk with? And it's
Yeah.
turned into a really beautiful place of connection and
Yeah.
belonging.
So one of the questions I have is not anybody would think of this. Not everyone would think of this, but like so I'm curious just for you personally, like what was it about you and your experience perhaps with
Mm.
God that led you to say, I think this is what we need, as opposed to all the other things that people were scrambling trying to figure out how to do in order to get through or just flatten the curve or whatever it was we were trying to do. You know,
Mhm.
what was it
Mhm.
about your experience with God that you felt like maybe this is what we need?
Yeah, that's a great question. And it's a hard question to answer as an
Mm.
intuitive because
Mm.
we do things and we just make these connections. And
Yeah.
on my Strengths Finder, connectedness is the top strength. So you can't always explain why you do what you do. And
Interesting.
you try things and you experiment and you see, oh, okay, that works or that didn't. So
Yeah.
with that said, I will say that I love experimenting with ideas,
Mm-hmm.
seeing what might work, recognizing a need within
Yep.
a people, whether it's
Mm.
a large group of people, small group of people, and saying, hey, let's see if we can meet that need in these ways.
Yeah.
So a lot of it comes with experimenting, kind of curiosity about
Yeah.
addressing needs,
Yeah.
having specifically God meet with others and people be connected to one another.
Yeah.
I knew it
Yeah.
was important to have the solitude and silence just from not just my training, but my personality
hmm
of valuing that spiritual practice. But
Yeah.
I also knew it was important for people to connect together, to talk
Yeah.
about what they shared, to reflect on what they shared,
Yeah.
and to speak that and to listen to one another.